Iron Citron is a freaking beast. His legendary mode can shred anything in a lobby and is one of the best building kits in the game. So in this video I'll be showing how to best play this character and also some gameplay of a 150 kill game I got. Enjoy. So I am quite excited to show this Iron Citron game. So you may have heard that 150 kills, some of y'all are going to be like, okay, that's really impressive, but some people on this channel will be like, okay, 125 kill game when they did it like a month ago. So like, why is this game so much lower compared to other high kill games? And it's actually not because the lobby was bad or anything. It was because the game lasted only 25 minutes, and in a Guerrero North game, it usually lasts 30 minutes, but first point only lasted 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And this is the pattern for like the rest of the game. Third point only got captured at the 2-minute mark. The sixth point, the final point, ended a minute early. So this game only lasted 25 minutes, yet in those 25 minutes got 150 kills. So this means that if this game lasted 30 minutes, it would be the equivalent of a 180 kill game, which is really good for Iron Citron with no boxes or anything. But anyways, let's just talk about the actual game now and some tips with Iron Citron. So as you could see before, I camped on that rooftop, and that's a really good place to camp at if the zombie team is, at this point where they don't have teleport or anything like that. It's generally like a great spot, like almost no matter what, so keep that in mind that you can get up there with the hyper bulb. So how I played this second point is, it depends on if they have teleporter, which one and stuff. Like, if they have the right teleporter, then that means they're in the plant spawn, and that's not really ideal. You want the left teleporter, which is a lot further away from the spawn. But they had neither, because I was able to defend the teleporter that was right next to our spawn. And since I was able to defend the teleporter, they didn't actually capture this point earlier, unlike every other point in this game. So that was good. Since I played really well on the second point, I think there's a couple of things aside from me getting a good lobby where they were aggressive. One thing I see is that a lot of people like play Iron Citron, like they try to like go in people's faces and then try to barrel stuff. You don't know that term, it just means going into someone's face point blank. And since Iron Citron, as a lot of people know, has a DPS of like around 30 to 40, it's like really, really bad. But you might be like, okay, this character has such a low DPS, but as you can see, this character is really good. So it's not the character's bad, it's that, well, the people who play him point blank are just playing him wrong. You have to play him a little bit more close to mid-range, as you can see I'm doing. Like, you can see how I'm playing this teleporter is that when they got teleported, I'm just camping the close to mid-range, and I'm making sure that they don't point blank me. So if you're fighting against like a regular soldier, for example, right? Since that character has 100 DPS, like you do not want to fight that. Though, so because you have so much health, you may just win that just because your health, or you're gonna escape with only like 20 health. So you want to try to keep your distance and make sure you use mood shield, because if they're in your face and the mood shield can't block the shots. So yeah, and that's this one thing I did. If you could catch it or not, when I peek, I shoot my Iron Citron bullet, and then I aim peach, and then once my aim peach is done, I can able to shoot again, because when you shoot and then you aim peach, you're reloading doing the aim peach animation, and then you're able to shoot immediately after. I think this is a really good tip, and you should do it well. Another thing is that with Iron Citron, I don't do it much in the video, but like it's a really good tip when you don't have to reload upgrades, is that you can shoot and then you can go in your ball, and the game thinks you're reloading. Like when you shoot, right, you go in your ball and then you can immediately go out of your ball and you can shoot again. Like you see me doing against that fight against the sanitation expert. That's one thing to keep in mind. If you have no reload upgrades, then just shoot your bullet, go in the ball, and then go out of the ball and then shoot again. Also hitting these nasty shots against the rocket leaping soldiers. This third point wasn't great, but like the next couple of points should be pretty good. This one, like as I said before, they did capture a little early. because of the bucket head spam, and like, you know, Iron Citron has 37 DPS, can't really do much against that. And I just play, immediately push up, and then I just die, get to 2-2, which is pretty unfortunate. Also talk about the upgrades. I mean, it should be pretty obvious, but it's 2 reloads. But with the third one, that's a little bit harder. You know, I've never heard anyone using health upgrade, so you get 10 extra health. Like, you already have 250 HP, 10 extra health is not really gonna help. And you could use health regen. I just use speed because I like going around the map quicker. So like, and since Iron Citron is a little bit slower than the rest of the Citrons, but you could totally use health regen, that's fine. You see me again trying my best to try to defend the point. I spam boot streams, and that's a common strategy you'll see, is that whenever they're pushing a lot, I use like really overpowered bots that, or pods, that spam, that are really good at defending, like Breezy, Uplinks, this on the plant side, Goop Shroom, Ice Room. But if the point is really hard to capture, they're not pushing, I make sure they're placing like really bad bots, like Bomb Choice or like the Flamethrower bots and all that. So I want to speed like this part up, just like to see like how this fourth point didn't go too well. I just kept on like going back and forth, and I couldn't get any kills because no one was pushing. And that's just kind of like, that's one thing with this fourth point, is I pretty much relied on the zombie team to push because I was low and I couldn't really like push up. I just had to wait. But thankfully I was able to get this iron mode. I guess I'll also quickly explain why Boot Shield is better than Peel Shield, which is the default shield ability you get with Citron to start the game. Boot Shield just has double health. It doesn't last as long, but you can't fight against, you know, double health. Like that's just gonna be better almost always. So yeah. So now we're on 5th point. And this point was probably the worst. I'm only gonna like give just a couple 20 seconds of gameplay because it wasn't really that good. But this 6th point coming up was actually pretty good, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, it was just like this entire game I was just pretty much defending point, and that's pretty much the ideal with a Citron. You don't really on Grow right North, but you don't really want to push up. You want them to push you, because if you push up and you'll end up getting like bumped by a bunch of dudes, and you know, that's not really good for you. Bars. Actually right. Dudes, you okay, anyway. Yeah, you can see actually as I was talking about the jumping out ball, reloading, you know, all that stuff, like I was doing it there, so that's pretty good. Get that easy kill from the end, get that quick scientist kill. This is another thing, another good spot you can go to. Keep that in mind as well. You get up here, get some easy kills. So I think like one thing is just that while you're watching the video, there's some like good spots that you can definitely learn, definitely use because they're quite helpful. Got a lot of kills. Like the Iron Citron, the iron mode on this point was really good, so pretty happy with that. Alright, so this is the final iron mode I did in the game. I spin dash that imp and I just go ham. I almost died from the zoologist, but thankfully he tried to revive someone and he was reloading, so that was pretty fortunate for me. What doing here? Some random kid, I don't know. He had a stupid scruncher's head. Kill the Archer Trooper, who do you think that guy was, bro? And then kill a couple more dudes. The iron mode is just so freaking broken. It like honestly could be better than Toxic Overload. It's so strong. But anyways, it's the final moments of this game. I'm low after I just destroyed the entire team with iron mode. Bars again, holy moly. And I'm slowly about to die from the toxic, and that's the end of the game. So if you enjoyed this, like, sub, comment, all that good stuff, and yeah, thank y'all for watching. See ya.